All right, how are we doing today? I hope everybody's having a great Monday. I'm Jerry McKee with Prime Time, and we've got two great special guests with us today. And our special guest would be Tubo Owens, and we're going to have an auctioneer here, but he's not going to auction nothing out this time. Uh, we got Kenny Ray Bucket here with us, and you're going to be able to hear some wonderful things and come from these guys and some upcoming events. And I hope that you will call in and ask them if you got a question. But right now, I want to tell you a little bit about some events coming up around here. We've got the Easter Extravaganza. That's not the way you pronounce that word, but anyway, it's the second annual of it. If you guys, I get it's Easter egg hunt for kids and adults, and it's by the Tipsy Running Mobile Bar and Friends, and it's April the 8th is when this is going to be. Tailgating, music by the Duke Man, games, gifts, and more. That's at the Union County Fairgrounds. The doors open at noon. That's April the 8th. That's coming up this week. Also, the YMCA summer camp is going on. The registrations began April 1st, so you still got time to register. Members, $90 weekly. Non-members, $100 a week. Contact 864-427-0668. They got fun activities, all kind of things going on there. So it's a lot of things going on this month and next month. So stay tuned for all those events that's coming up. Look on It's Your Community, It's Your Life, and you'll see some of those. I'll try to post and send everything that I get over that also. The Rotary Club of Union is celebrating 100 years, April the 30th, 1923 to April 30th, 2023. And in honor of their centennial celebration, the Rotary Club Union and Union High School Drama Department is going to present a Rotary Dinner Theater. And that's going to be exciting because what they're going to have, and that's going to be on Wednesday, April the 26th at 6:30 p.m. at Union High School Cafeteria. And guess what the Broadway musical is going to be? Is Hairspray. And if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you look it up on YouTube, Netflix, or somewhere like that, and watch it. The last one I watched on Hairspray was John Travolta played as a mother, and the girl she played in a couple things, so I can't think of her last name. But anyway, we're going to have a couple of the actors coming, not the 10th, but the 17th, the following Monday. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have two of the actors here, and they're going to talk to you a little bit about the play and also how you can get tickets. And tickets are only $20. They can be purchased from any Rotarian, Union County Arts Council, Arthur State Bank on Main, and Union County High School. Non-dinner performances are going to be Thursday, April 27th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, April 28th at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. That's $15 for adults, $10 for students. The best deal is to come pay the $20 and sit down and get you a meal, too. That'll be the best one. And also, the Union Festival, Uniquely Union Festival that will be coming up this year. Bryce Leatherwood, he's going to be the star attraction. As you know, he won the American Idol. And I think it was American Idol, wasn't it?
Voice, wasn't it? I believe it was The Voice.
The Voice. Okay, yeah, The Voice. Excuse me. And he sounded great. Hey, he won it. So that tells you something there. It's a lot of people went on there, and so very fortunate that he's going to be in Union. That's a Uniquely Union that will be coming up. We'll give you more information on that when that time gets even closer. So be marking on your calendars. And also, you're invited Saturday, April the 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. My Family Reads. That's a part of the school is in part with this community event for Foster Park Elementary School. In the parking lot there, they're going to be giving away some books, free and fun drive-through event. That is a drive-through. And teach your child how to read. There's going to be some nice books for them. And you do know what books now do. And most people don't like to read books. They want to see everything in video. They want to see everything like that. So this is a chance to get your child a head start and in reading. Union County Kids Fest 2013. It's Foster Park at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's Saturday also, April the 15th. They're going to have food, games, door prizes, special guests, and C4 Ministries is going to be some of the participants there. Gibbs Cancer Center, Healthy You, Jonesville Head Start, Powerful Praying Parents, Genesis, Robin Hood Group. All kind of people are going to be there, Women of Life, and this is about the first steps of Union County, and also Parks and Recreation, and Union County Union itself, and let's see how many more sponsors. All kind of United Way of Piedmont, City of Union Fire Department, Smokehouse, Buffalo Fire Department. So a lot of people's involved with this. So please, please, this is Kids Fest 2023. Come on down. It's fun for the whole family. Fun, games, and most of all, food. We all like food.
Everybody likes some food.
Everybody likes some food. And hope that you will stay tuned right here. We're going to go to a commercial right now, and we'll be right back with you with our special.
Union's #1 choice for sweets and dinner is Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 in the morning, closing at 5:30. Saturdays 9 until noon. 427-5779. Again, the number 427-5779. Baked spaghetti, salad, bread, dessert, and drink, a mere $9. Nathan's all-beef hot dog plate, 2 dogs all the way, a bag of chips and drink, $7. Taco salads, baked spaghetti, delicious cakes, cupcakes, cake squares, freshly baked and ready to go. Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union, 427-5779.
All right, we're back with you. I'm Jerry McKee, and we got all the events out of the way, and we've got a couple special guests here for you, and I bet you that you will recognize these guys' face. Nope, not on the wanted posters, not in the post office.
Not yet.
Not yet, they're not, but I don't think they will be. We're going to go and talk a little bit, and let me get a number up here, too. That way you can call in, ask them a question, or aggravate them, or whatever you want to do like that. Or if you have a question for them about a certain event, or you got an event, just give us a call at 441-9382. And here's Kenny Ray Puckett and also Tubo Owens. These two guys here, I know you've seen them all over Facebook. You've seen them all over town. You've seen them at events. They help this community, and we call y'all like the mayors of Monarch over that way. That's kind of where y'all live at. And Kenny Ray and Tubo, tell people who you are and kind of a little bit about what you do. I know you're an auctioneer and you're a retired police officer, but y'all not retired.
No, I'm Kenny Puckett, and I policed almost 20 years, and I do have my South Carolina auctioneer's license. Do an auction down in the Whitmire community on Fridays and Saturday nights. And we also do estate sales and stuff like that. And then we try to help out, or I try to help out the community as much as possible. I am working on a thing right now. I did find out that we have 3 seniors that had to decide if they wanted to work or walk down for graduation, and they decided they had to pay their bills. So I did reach out to the community, and they are going to be able to have their caps and gowns and tassels, and also they will be able to march across the stage this year, even though they did choose to work. I mean, they set the priorities there, and it paid off for them.
Well, I know that started off. I remember watching when you come on live and when you put on things out there that needs help, and it started out with just one person there.
Yeah.
And it ended up being several, didn't it?
It did. It really did. And, that's what it's all about. I mean, we have got to look out for each other. I mean, it's just that plain and simple. If we don't take care of each other, no one's going to take care of us.
Well, that's true. And Tubo, you do a lot also in the community, and you got that secret recipe on that barbecue you've been cooking up like that. Does anybody drug that out of you yet? Or was that locked up like the bean commercial, where you had to lock up that bean commercial, Bush's beans?
Have some close friends, but I have never handed Kenny Puckett a piece of paper with it written down.
I guess he's telling me and you ain't close friends, ain't it?
Something's wrong there.
My barbecue is really no better than anybody else. I got a lot of good friends that cook a lot of great barbecue, and my sauce is just different. That's all you can say for it. It's a different flavor, and it kind of runs people wild because it doesn't have the smoke flavor. It has all three major ingredients that people like: the vinegar based, the mustard based, and the ketchup based. All three in one.
Well, let's see, Tubo. How was that cantaloupe? Alex wanted to know.
Well, Alex, like I tell you, son, I would get the dullest one there, and I did. It had a good flavor, not really sweet, so I'm coming from a refund. No, just kidding. You don't, when you sell one, and I've been buying from Davis's for a long time, he asked me for $3.50 the other year, and I said, son, your grandpa used to sell me these for 50 cents. But it was a good cantaloupe.
It was. In fact, I went there and got one myself. I had Alex on the show here, too. He was very delightful. And he gave me all this. And we tried to figure out, my wife's got a different language when it comes to produce. She told me to go down and get some new potatoes. And I was trying to figure out, why would I get old potatoes? And I went to Alex. I said, Alex, you got any new potatoes? He looked at me and says, what's new potatoes? He said, I've got some of these right here. I said, let's get them.
Well, her coming from the country, that's where she got that from. They raised her own, and it was new right out of the garden.
That is. And Kenny, somebody wants to know, where's your hat?
Well, I didn't figure if I come in with my orange on, I didn't know if you'd make me sit outside and just yell in. So I just went neutral,
Well, I've got some special effects in here, Kenny,
yeah,
that I can push like that. Was you was wearing it?
Blurt it out.
Like boo and stuff like that.
No, I wanted to prove to everybody. Everybody said I did not have any other shirt other than something orange, purple, white, or something like that. So I proved to them I did. I just put on a black shirt.
Right. And I noticed it's got the Team Frosty. Is that like Team Frosty, like you go to Wendy's and get the Frosty?
No, it was Dennis Frost, who was fire chief at Philippi. They done a fundraiser for him, and we were talking about a fundraiser deal and this, that, and that. So I just put one of them on because I had it there and sort of kind of showed the support of what we're here for,
Well, Tubo, you and Kenny, y'all kind of work team together on doing things. And
Jerry, what's so strange about it, I've been knowing Kenny for a long time. I worked in the school system, and Kenny was a student. And that's how far we go back. And we never really plan anything. We just kind of have been around each other so long, it just falls in place. We don't have a disagreement if it don't fall exactly like it is. We bear with it and move on to the next phase.
And Kenny, when when people just call you up because they know, or YouTubo, and say, look, we need a need for this community, we need a need for this family, because any type of things that I see go on, I see that, especially when it's fundraising and helping someone in the community that's just like a fire victim where the house burnt down and raised a lot of money for that right there. I was blown away with that even. And people, did they just did they call you up, or someone just tells you by ear and you contact those individuals? And how's that kind of come into play?
My kids will tell you. Somebody will say, well, I'll call you and maybe we'll go fishing or something. They'll say, well, if you're going to do it, you better do it after about 11 at night, because my phone, his phone, we'll be sitting somewhere talking, and it's happened more than one time. Either a text come through and I'll say, well, so-and-so wants this. He'll say, yes, so-and-so wants, And really, you hate to do this, but how many times have we had to decide between which one to do. You want to do it for everybody.
Right. I wish we could, but we're only two, and we don't have what it takes to do it. We just simply do it the best we can.
Well, y'all do it great, though. I mean, it's almost like that. You're just so much in sync with it, and you know exactly who to go to, what to do this for, and I know in this day and time, people worry about scammers all the time. They worry about these people just does this for a living, going around and taking things like that. But it seems like that you see the need of community. The community backs you up because they know the people that you're helping out.
Well, it goes back, and Kenny, if you'll notice, Kenny is he's a mic hog, and he jumped right in there. I had a lot of good thoughts on that, but he's going to always beat me to it. But anyway, you go back to a fire, and I remember our last fire, Amy and Michael House. Well, I've been knowing both of them all their life. 10 minutes to 5 at Hardee's. Hardee's don't open to 5 o'clock during the week. I'm sitting there, and I hear fire trucks and fire trucks and fire trucks. And then I get a message that their house is on fire, fully involved. I don't ask nobody nothing. I don't call Kenny. I take it on myself. I've been knowing these kids all my life, and I'm going to do something for them. Michael House he always grew up as his family called him Fatback. That's what my message was, Fatback's house. And he works at the prison real close to where he lived, and he got home, and his wife and kids standing in the yard. The boy lost everything he had. And the people of this town just came together. I can't even remember numbers because I don't worry about the numbers.
Right.
Because the old man told me one time, I can tell you how much you're going to make, son. And I said, tell me how, sir. He said, you're going to make this morning as much as God lets you make. Right. No more or no less. And I stand by that, Jerry. But we were able to do a tremendous fundraiser for them in just a matter of no time. We had more clothes than they could. They filled up a 20-foot cargo truck with clothes in less than 8 hours.
Wow. And that's the great thing about a small community in Union. And people, I know a lot of times we hear them bashing Union for this and that right there, but the people are good here, and that really proves it. And matter of fact, I used in my sermon and told our church in Gaffney about this particular event, and God does supply. God does
no doubt about it.
Do that, and He uses us as instruments, and y'all are the instrument to do these things, and it really is amazing how it all coordinates together. People that all of a sudden you say, well, there's people here, we need some cakes. You get some cakes, don't you?
Well,
some cakes.
And there's some great cooks in Union.
Speaking of cakes, I'll start a little bit, and I'm sure Kenny will cut in here. That makes us a tremendous amount of money. And I go back to Fatback's house fire. That one cake, Kenny, we sold it 9 times.
9 times.
People, what happened when we say sold it 9 times? People like, and I'm a firm believer using people who support me. Jameson, England, Tack Brown, they'll buy it and never look at it, and Venmo you the money or Cash App the money. They've never seen it. Never had no attention. But Jameson, he's one that he's coming. I promise you, he's worth $200 to $300 on cakes. He just, not that he loves cakes, he loves supporting where he's from.
And I watched some of that auction y'all had during this time. That and I just blew me away when someone says, "Wow, that cake went for $150, $200." This is what he says. Give it back and sell it again. Yeah. We're just going to still pay for it.
It's hard to make people that have never seen that live or by video and what takes place.
We got a couple of guys, and they will take and bid against each other. and I'll get it on there, and two boys say, hey, get so and so, and then they'll bid, and then we'll get that other one, and they'll get in a bidding war back and forth, and then they'll turn around and donate and say, now let him bid on it and buy it. We've had a couple times. I think Jameson and Tack, maybe it was, that bought the cake, donated it, and turned around and bought it again just to have the cake. But they've bought it, donated it, and bought it again.
And that's kind of great. We're going to take a commercial break right here, right now, and get Kirby's in here. Speaking of cakes, Kirby's Cakes. And we'll be back. And I'll tell you what, you're listening to live here on Prime Time, Kenny Puckett, and also Tubo Owens. And we'll be back right after these commercials.
Union's #1 choice for sweets and dinner is Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 in the morning, closing at 5:30. Saturdays 9 until noon. 427-5779. Again, the number 427-5779. Baked spaghetti, salad, bread, dessert, and drink, a mere $9. Nathan's all-beef hot dog plate, 2 dogs all the way, a bag of chips and drink, $7. Taco salads, baked spaghetti, delicious cakes, cupcakes, cake squares, freshly baked and ready to go. Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union, 427-5779.
Okay, we're back live with Kenny Ray Puckett and Tubo Owens, telling you about some of the fundraisers and some of the fun things that they have. And I'll bet they'll have a funny story or two they even tell you, too, if you listen long enough. Especially one of them good fishing stories. So we'll get back with Kenny Ray Puckett and Tubo Owens. All right, guys, we're back at you, and we're talking about all these wonderful cakes and stuff, and getting me hungry. And now, what is I know with all these people that's been coming, because I've came there and picked the cake up and seen all these people there, it's got to be somehow another funny story that you've come across of?
Well, we got one that was watching. I guess he's still watching. The other night, the last one we did, he was bidding on some tools. Jeffrey Cook was bidding on some tools. So it got up there. I will say the tools got up more than what he could have went to the store and got them for. But it went for a good cause. And I kept watching his wife out the corner of my eye, and I could tell she was getting mad. Well, there was something that she wanted, and he'd lean over and say, that's enough. You can get it, cheaper and all. And she'd look at him and all. So after it was over with, I was going to call him and thank him, And I told him, I said, you tell her, you the man of that house. He said, no, I can't say nothing right now. She's pretty mad at me. So, but she wasn't mad that he contributed to the fundraiser. It was just the fact her thing was we could have went to the store and saved some money, and you could have got them tools. But it all went to a good cause.
It really is not. A fundraiser is not about saving money, is it?
No.
Tell them what you tell them it's called. What is it?
It's FUND.
Fun.
Not FUN. Fun. Has a D on the end of it.
Yeah. And let's go switch gears a little bit, too. I want to ask you a little bit about the barbecue festival and you have. Usually, what month does that usually come in? Is it June or?
For Uniquely Union?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it is.
September. September on us.
But
it's already started. They start all over the world, but we are under an organization called SBN, that's Southern Barbecue Network. Now they will be cranking up. I probably already have had a couple, but we are a smaller organization. But already Kenny O'Shields, he cooks with KCBS. That's Kansas City. He's already been in some competition, and there's several guys. Donnie Crawford has already cooked. We got a lot of barbecue teams in Union.
A lot of good barbecue teams. I know. Right. I've seen a whole list there that you've had. Now, what is the furthest way some of the people comes to be in this competition?
Well, we have had 3 or 4 states away, but since we went SBN, you basically gonna get South Carolina and Georgia, and a little bit out of North Carolina. but not very far away on the SBN. Because, see, the SBN has their own circuit, and it's kind of like playing football. You're playing for the Super Bowl at the end of the year. That's what it's about.
Now you have there's a pretty large committee that puts this together. I can imagine, because I know one person would be hard to put all this together.
I think there's about 10 of us, and we've already started meeting. If that tells you anything, it's a tough, long road, and we get mad at each other, don't speak. It gets tough making decisions, and you're spending, even though you're spending other people's money, you got to spend it wisely, because you want them back next year as sponsors. We have so many great sponsors.
Right. Can you name some of your sponsors? Give them a plug in.
Union County,
Right.
Union County Tourism is a major, and we talked about the guy we got coming this year.
Right.
Winning the Voice. That's going to be a major hit for Main Street Union.
I think it's going to be a big drawing card, too.
Right. But we have City Union. I hate to, because I know I'll leave some out.
Yeah.
Just Myco Works is just, we got so many, Jerry.
When Timken does something.
Timken, right. It's the same guys that help in everything in Union on a big scale,
Right. Now, where's it going to be at? I know one time they had it at the fair at one time, I believe.
Okay.
And then they moved it some downtown.
That's always been a problem, and the City of Union has always been the horsepower in the organization. And I personally myself liked it as a barbecue cooker, and now part of the organization. When we're at the fairground, had so much more space.
Right.
But I understand the City Union's point. Look, if you're gonna play with our money, you're gonna play on our street. That's
Right.
that's why it's gonna be. It'll be on Main Street there. Everything will be considered, from the courthouse to Kimbrell's Furniture. Pretty much is the way it exists now.
Now, where's the music going to be? The
music will be right in front of the courthouse.
Oh, okay. So you're going to set up a stage there,
Right,
like
huge
you've done before.
huge stage.
Right, because I remember sitting up there. They had a huge stage. It might have been from Euclid Union, a live stream from there, or it might have been something they was putting else on. But it was it's pretty nice there. They got the electricity there and everything to plug in right there. So
See, that's the advantage that we have. Go back to our City of Union. We have we got the lead electrician off the City of Union. We kind of worked it this way so he can work the administration,
Right.
But he's right there on our staff, and I've cooked all over South Carolina, North Carolina, and have power problems, but we don't have power problems in the Union. We got problems, but we don't have power problems.
Well, that's good. Now, Kenny, have you out there judging any these barbecues?
Well, he had me there last year helping him, Jerry, and I thought, well, I might be all right. He set me right out in the sun, didn't have me nothing over my head and everything. He said, okay, it's your job to sell these tickets so that they go sample all the good barbecue. Well, and not jumping off of this, but, we couldn't do what we do without Roxanne and Pressure or catering, and Roxanne was right there with us. She said, go get us some tickets. And I'm sitting there and I'm sweating and everything, and I'm thinking he's going to bring me something to drink or something. But he did come by and say, if you walk 2 blocks up, you can get you a cold drink.
They were free.
You can walk up there and get it. But
I'm amazed he let you move your post there.
Well, yeah,
just one of them at a time.
Yeah, just one at a time. But no, he knows that with Roxanne and I, whether it be sitting out there, because he knows that the way I look at it and the way Roxanne looks at it is, people are not gonna shoot me. They're going to either say yes or no. I'm not ashamed to ask somebody.
Needless to say, Jerry, and asking Kenny, because you can tell his mouth and he'll jump in there and talk. We sold more tickets last year to the Taster's Choice than we ever have in the 20-odd years of the Nuclear Union.
Now, how much is the tickets for the Taster's Choice, or can you get some of those?
$10.
Wow.
And you get to taste 10 cook teams. We usually average 20, 22 on the cook team, so you pretty much got your choice of where you want to eat from.
Wow.
But those guys are generous. If you go there, they gonna feed you.
Well, I know if I was cooking and I had one there like that, and taster come by like that, I'm gonna make sure he gets a little extra like that. He's gonna remember that. Hey,
Well, you'll have them guys that have been doing it for a long time, and I've done it. You slide a rib in there, or a piece of competition chicken, and what that does is just, hey, he's coming back to vote for me, you know.
And that's what I was going to say. Once they get that ticket, they ran out before I could even get down there. I was going to buy one, but they get to cast a vote at the end for
Right. That ticket goes into a mason jar on that cook team's table.
Oh, okay.
And that's how it's.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how it's got. Well, that's
So you get
that's pretty fair way.
You got a little bit of a decision on who may get a winning vote or something, you know.
Now, do you have a lot of barbecue that's kind of left over that you sell out to the public, or
No, it's all goes. In the old days when I first started cooking, that's the way we used to do. We had to turn in a whole pan of meat
right?
into the gym, and the Civitan, I believe I'm right, Civitan sold it that way.
Oh, okay.
And you had, back then we'd have 20 to 25 cook teams, and they'd make a good bit of money. They'd sell a sandwich or a plate, and that's how they would make their money.
Well, I know that y'all used to do something like that. I didn't know how it works.
Right.
It works now like that. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be some great thing. Whose brainchild was this?
It goes back to, well, I hate to say it, but it goes back to a preacher, Bob Cato. Bob Cato, when he first got in the union, if you know Bob, he's a wee little man, and he won't shut up when he gets started on something. And he came to the firehouse, and one of the firemen was a member of his church, and he said, "Why don't you boys get a team up?" Well, my dad always cooked barbecue for Stewart's Hash House here in town all my life, so I talked into doing it. And we were lucky enough, I believe I'm right now, it goes back a long time, we won the pork category the first year.
Wow.
I couldn't talk. I called Mama. I couldn't talk for telling her what my daddy had taught me. But it's just a lot of fun. We called ourselves the Firehouse Five.
Okay.
And nobody there, we really didn't know nothing about competition barbecue. And that's why I'm saying, it don't take nothing. As long as you got a grill, you need to try it. It's fun.
So you got the recipe from your father.
No, not this recipe. I'll just go ahead and tell you, he used old nasty sauce back in them days. He used old Castleberry's red sauce and put a little vinegar in with it. He sold a ton of it. You know, that's like I tell Jay Allen over Midway Barbecue, probably a closer friend as I got. And it stuck with me in every adventure I've ever done in life. I said, Jay, your red sauce is nasty. He said, Tubo, I know it, but I sell a ton of it, and I'm not quitting.
Well, Kenny, what is the next auction that now you do besides? Someone's gonna say, "Well, you make a living?" I know you're retired and all, but now you do auctions, estate auctions.
Yeah, I do the auction down at Whitmire called Bubba's Auction Barn. You can go on Facebook and hit the like page. Every dealer that sends me pictures, we do Friday night and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Every dealer that sends me pictures, I post those pictures that way. And it's not everything they got. It's just a sample of what will be there. You know, we even go as far as to do Thanksgiving Day. We do a big Christmas sale down there. You know, I do go out and do some estate sales here in Union. Tubo and I work with a guy that does big estate sales. The 22nd of this month, when we done Cage Crusaders the other day to help with children with rare diseases, we were talking about doing fish and the sale that we did, and we knew that it was possibly going to rain. So the 22nd of this month, they're going to do a fish fry at Buffalo Fire Department that day, and you're going to get fish and hush puppies and stuff like that. But there'll be other items there for people that don't. All those proceeds are going to go as far as two caged Crusaders. It's really not a two-time event. We just could not do the fish there that day because of the rain, so we just broke it up, and we were fortunate enough to be able to use the firehouse so that there'd be shelter there in case for the 22nd of this month coming, this month here.
What are some of the hot items that you that really just it's going to be, they're going to go fast and they're going to go quick?
At my auction down there, it's Pioneer Woman. I'm telling you now, Pioneer Woman. The auction we had, one of our dealers that usually comes to Bubba's auction was one of our dealers down there at the Cage Crusader deal, Pioneer Woman. And we call Kevin the Pioneer Man with the Pioneer Woman because he's going to have the Pioneer Woman. He's one of the only dealers that can get a quantity of it. I don't ask him. I don't want to know. That way I don't have to testify. But seriously, he can get his hands on about any kind of Pioneer Woman that you want. That's a hot item.
I wish I kind of could have put some background in that and really brought it up and blocked it out when you said Pioneer Woman, because my wife is going to be watching religiously. And there's only two of us, but we're going to have a pot for every person that walks in.
I understand. Pioneer Woman is some beautiful stuff. And he told me that Walmart is working themselves away from Pioneer Woman.
It's going away.
And bringing in another thing, and it's supposed to be a better seller than the Pioneer Woman. It's supposed to be a better product. I don't know. All I have is Pioneer Woman in my kitchen.
Your wife will probably be changing, Jerry. So
yeah. You might well come on and see us down there.
We have to have an auction down here for all that right there. But it is a good product. She loves it and loves to cook on it because it cooks great. So we're just kind of. The other thing, you started to say something right after I interrupted you on the Pioneer Woman.
Oh no, I mean our Thanksgiving sale down there. It'll be a 2-day sale. Kevin will do that down there at Bubba's Auction Barn. And like I said, I'll tell you how good the Pioneer Woman sells down there. He done a bag of apples. Was you there that night? He done a bag of apples. There was 5 apples in the bag. And he told him, trust me, I promise you're not going to get hurt. The first bag of apples sold for $135. 5 apples. Red Delicious mountain apples. And
he put good apples.
He put 2 of those tablet things you got there, and that was part of their gift, for buying that. So when he done it again, he done 10 bags of apples, and every one of them brought 135 or better. And 2 of the table things that he did when they got done was several different big packets of the Pioneer Woman stuff. And I mean, but we have a tremendous time down there. Try to keep it family oriented. I tell them a lot of times on those items, you're going to pay what you bid and bid what you pay,
Right.
But we've had really good success at Bubba's Auction down in Whitmire.
Tell the address where people.
It's 23636 Highway 121. Basically, I tell everybody, if you're coming out of Union, you get to the forks of the road there, the school's sitting in front of you, hang a left and go to Newberry. You're going to pass Sea Pro boat place there, what used to be the Fruit of the Loom. Less than a mile down the road on the left, it used to be the Bent Fork
Rusty Spoon. You was close.
Rusty Spoon.
Yeah, it used to be the little restaurant on the left right there, but it's 23636 Highway 121, which is in Whitmire, and we do it every Friday and Saturday night, and we also do Thanksgiving night, which will be during that week will be a 3-day sale.
Now, can they see this online also?
I don't do live because of the internet is so tough down there. I got a buddy that's trying to get me up Gavel Times Auction, which is Ray up in Gastonia, is trying to get me to do the live bidding while we're bidding in-house,
Right.
But I do post pictures and stuff like that. That's the reason I tell everybody to go to Facebook and hit the like page. Every dealer that I have that sends me pictures, I try to put it on that week early so that everybody can see. Got a tremendous fishing sale coming up, and it's all top line fishing and hunting equipment and everything. It's going to be the last Saturday, I believe it is, in this month.
Well, Jason Lemon, you better hear this up now.
But it'll be all kind of hunting stuff, all kind of fishing stuff. We're talking top of the line bait casters and all that all the pros use. I don't think it's going to help them get no fish on there if you don't know how to do it. But it's all the top of the line stuff.
I think I ought to have a guarantee with that. If you buy this right here and it's real, you'll catch so many fish.
A good auctioneer would, Jerry.
I think so.
Well, I'm learning, I guess, Jerry.
And what the other thing, the downside as far as internet, you've got a delay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then someone might say, we didn't bid this right here, and time that delay comes around, said, well, you've never been outbid.
See, it gets us at our cake.
Right.
You got to wait on it because you can hear Kenny doing the calling, and I'm hearing somebody else over here, and he's done quit talking, and he's talking again,
That's the reason we tell him at our benefits. He's like, we'll do the cake, but let's don't do the regular auction stuff. Ain't no way we'll get it done in time for you to get the other auction, because it is that delay. A lot of people don't understand that.
It is, and I know it because I'm working it all the time like that, and that's why there's going to be a delay. That's why I'm going to get this changed over to this and get on there like that. Now, Tubo, do you have something else come up? It seemed like I've seen it on your Facebook page. I'm trying to go back to it now to remember. It's not way down on it either that you're doing or helping with.
You're doing the 4-H.
I know what it is. The Dixie ball team.
Dixie Girls.
Yes.
I'm on the board of directors of Dixie Girls, and we're about to get ready to get cranked up. Looks like it's going to rain the opening day out Saturday.
Oh, no.
But I kind of work hard toward the older girls, and we got to wait on school ball to be over, so the older girls they cannot play with us while they playing school ball, and so we got to wait on them. They will be probably 2 weeks behind regular opening up.
Oh, okay. Because I know that when I watch your page too, that comes on that you look for the girls to sign up. Have you got some good teams coming in?
Yeah, we got a lot of kids, first time kids. See, we start out at 4 and go to 18. We don't have enough kids in like the 13 to 18 category in Union anymore to come, so we kind of have to put those in there. We don't have a lot of 18 years anyway because they play in high school ball.
Right.
And but we do have a couple 17-year-old playing this year that have played Dixie before. So we're ready. I'm ready for some softball. And see, the thing about Dixie ball is a fun sport. It's made for you to pitch against your friend from another school, and then y'all leave and go to La Fogata and eat supper together.
Right. Now, we used to do that was kids growing up. I know I did around the neighborhood. We didn't have a ball team. We just all got together and played.
Right. And you're going to play, this year, a lot of travel. There's some travel ball teams involved, and these travel ball teams will be split up. They split up. They won't play all together, So they're going to play. They're going to play against some of their teammates.
Oh, great.
In this other series. It ought to be a real good action for Union. There's some kids in that 13-year-old that will simply amaze you, Jerry, at what they can do.
Now, where will they be playing at around here? What some of the fields they'll be playing at?
Okay, Timken will host everything this year.
Oh, okay.
Every bit of the sports, unless we get caught up in the rain delays or whatever, everything will be held at Timken. And I'll give a shout out to those guys out there. They are really making
they do that.
Union County. I'm telling you, it's coming on. And I have to personally thank old Randall Wright. Randall has taken on, and he's retired National Guard full-time Army guy there. And he has made the concession stand out there. He thinks he's a cook, and he's really made some good food, and it's really making things prosper for him. He's really got the Dixie boys, the young kids. He's got a tournaments coming here left and right. 25 teams from out of town, Jerry, is a lot of teams for Union.
That's a lot of teams. Now, how, say someone's hadn't heard about this. I don't know how they're not, unless they, underneath the rock, because it's all over Facebook. How can they get a hold of you or a hold of someone to maybe their daughter wants to play?
They can hit me up on Facebook. The only thing we still have open is the older girls,
Right.
because like I said, we're about 2 weeks out on them. The other ones, Jerry, are filled up.
Wow, that's great.
And we got a waiting list, so that's prosperous for Union. Maybe next year we can. One of our main trouble is getting a coach. When I was a kid, these old gentlemen come out to meal after work at 8 hours. And they didn't even have nobody playing on the team. They'd come because they cared about kids.
Right.
We don't have that anymore, and we have to beg.
It looks like that some of these guys that even coming out of high school or going into college as a coach will give them an opportunity.
Well, that opens up my comment right here, Jerry. I know so many girls who have played high school ball in this town with a lot of talent. I just wish they'd give back a little bit of their talent to Union, South Carolina.
Do you have enough umpires?
That's another hard thing. We have to beg. Tyler Shuckett does that, and Tyler has to just beg, and some days we still don't wind up. One day last week the school ball didn't wind up with one umpire. He had to call the balls and strike from behind the pitcher, and then call the bases.
Wow, that's hard.
And he's a chunky little man like me, so he should have got 2 checks that day.
Exactly, doing 2 jobs like that. Yeah, it looked like some of the umpires that umpire some of the games for the high school and some retired. I'm bringing one, the broke arm. Would step in and fill in sometimes too.
Broke arm is he done got too old, but broke arm is the man who goes back to the basic starting up of Dixie girls softball in Union, South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
He's done a lot for the sport. He really has.
I figured he has like that. Well, we're going to come back to you here in just a moment. You're talking to Kenny Ray Puckett and Tubo Owens, talking about all kind of things from auctions to helping the community, and also Dixie girls softball, and uniquely Union. We're going to go to a commercial right now, and we're going to go with some Kirby cakes, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Union's #1 choice for sweets and dinner is Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 in the morning, closing at 5:30. Saturdays 9 until noon. 427-5779. Again, the number 427-5779. Baked spaghetti, salad, bread, dessert, and drink, a mere $9. Nathan's all-beef hot dog plate, 2 dogs all the way, a bag of chips and drink, $7. Taco salads, baked spaghetti, delicious cakes, cupcakes, cake squares, freshly baked and ready to go. Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union, 427-5779.
All right, we're back. We're talking with Kenny Ray Puckett, and if you've seen the number down, that's not Kirby's number. That's our number here to call if you wanted to call and chat or kind of getting these guys a hair or ask the questions. We've got about 9 more minutes here until we go off the air. We're talking to Tubo Owens and Kenny Ray Puckett. So if you got a question, you got a gripe, hey, it's time to do it to them live. Make them squirm. All right, guys, you're back again. And we was talking about the umpires and talking about the Dixie girls softball team. It's softball, correct?
Right.
Okay. So see, that way they're not getting hurt with that big old hard ball. But let me ask you, is it slow pitch or fast pitch?
Fast. Very fast.
Oh, wow. I've seen some of the gals zoom that ball in.
Yeah, I know a particular one. She won't be probably playing this year because she moved up to JV status, but she was throwing the ball 62 miles an hour at 12 years old.
Wow.
That's humming the ball for a child.
What about the Bantam girls softball? I was wondering if any of them that's not playing during that time that could maybe help either coach or.
I think Tyler is working with them on maybe some umpiring. I'm not quite sure on that, but their schedule is so tough. They are off during the week, except when they're practicing, but they're gone on the weekends. So
it's kind of hard to get them in.
Right.
There. Right. I understand. Yeah, Tyler Sugar's a good guy there. I seen him the other day in the parking lot of La Fogata.
Mm-hmm.
There with his family. And now, Kenny, have you got anything that's coming up? I know you said you got something coming up this weekend, right?
The 22nd.
Or 2 weeks?
22nd. We have one. As far it's a fish fry and all. Like I said, that Cage Crusaders is the one doing that. I didn't realize we had so many children with rare diseases just in Union, but it's not just going to be just for the Union kids. I mean, this is kids that that have special rare diseases. It's like I said, a lot of people look and say, Kenny, you and Tubo, y'all do so much. And Tubo will tell you right now. Now, my wife, he'll fuss with her, and she'll fuss with him. But I'm going to tell you right now, Jerry, Tubo and I, neither one, and I think he'll agree with me, could really do it without Roxanne and Karen Kendrick. Her husband's John the plumber.
Right. I like John the plumber. He's our plumber.
But, they really are the backbone because sometimes me and Tubo might get out there a little bit, and I have to. She'll tell me a lot of times, what time are we going to start this 9 o'clock in the morning auction? And I mean,
kind of make sure you're going to be there at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Be there at 7:30, but we're not going to start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well,
but
most of the time, our wives and people that's in the background that's really. A lot of times the backbone, we're kind of more like the face and stuff like that. And they don't really get credit, and they're not asking for credit. That's the thing of it is. They're not asking to be recognized or anything like that. But yet we know who kind of.
Hey, those girls there, I mean, me and Tubo, we automatically know. We're doing it for whatever we're doing it for, what organization or whatever we're doing it for. And we know we're not going to get paid. These ladies here are like, hey, which Roxanne's going to be there, but Karen, she become part of the team. And it's like Friday night, at the auction, she helps us down at Bubba's auction. And she'll say, okay, what time do I need to see y'all in the morning? Because I'll be there. And, I mean, it's one of those things that if there's a fundraiser, those ladies know they're going to be there. I mean, they there and they're at it 100% just like he and I are.
I know when you do estate auctions, and it's kind of like one time I had a yard sale, and in this yard sale, my wife said, well, we're going to have the yard sale. My daughter did too, we was over in Hillcrest. And so I got up real early, and I was putting the stuff out. Well, people don't realize the yard sale don't start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No.
And I'm out there, and all these people's come like that, and I went and asked my wife, I said, where are you and Susan at? Oh, we got to put our makeup on. We got to do all this right here. What? Yeah. I said, if y'all don't come out, I'm selling everything for a quarter. Didn't take them long. Come on out.
They'll get all over us. They send us out first. I guess we sort of the front line. And we got to make sure ain't no battles going on so they can come out.
Yeah. Do you now when you do the auctions like that? Do you sound like the auctioneer and?
Yeah, I can chatter a little bit.
I tell you what, chatter one. Sell this water right here.
Make it 2 for 1.
2 for 1. All right, I got 2 bottles of water right here. Somebody give me a $10 bill. Somebody give me 10.
Yeah.
10 down, 12 and a half. I got 10 down. Give me 12 and a half now. $15 bill now. 17 and a half.
Yep,
I got 17 and a half now. $20 bill. That's 17 and a half now. $20 bill. $20 bill.
All I can do.
$20 bill. 17 and a half. $20 bill.
Took 21 and a half.
21 and a half now. 22. 21 and a half now. 2. He's killing me over here. I got 21 and a half now. Give me 2 and then 2. 21 and a half now. 2. I got 21.50 on this sold right there. So
I would get so tongue tied like that.
I have been up here at 22 and a half and dropped down to $15, and there'd be hands going up everywhere. Then they're getting a good deal right there.
Yeah, that's what you say. Just kidding.
A lot of times people will say, "Well, you didn't take my bid," and I tell them all the time, "Listen, if you don't think I got your bid, but don't wink at me. You know, I've had people sit out there and they'll wink it out, and I think they're flirting at me, and I'm winking back and going to somebody else. You know, there's no friends and there's no family when it's in the auction.
Well, you know, I think people see that on some of the television auction. You know, television sometimes glamour.
Oh yes.
And they'll see somebody go over and just go like that or tug on their ear, and they say, "Well, I'll just do that too at this. I can watch this." And you think of us as we're swatting a fly, you know.
I'll ask them sometimes, "Are you bidding or what?" "Yes, I'm bidding it," but they don't want the person beside them. They'll say, "I'm thinking they got an itch over or something," you know.
Yeah, I mean, and I know it has to be comical to see some of that, right?
Oh, it is. It really is.
Because they think that because you're scanning. Most of the time, you're not really looking at twitches and stuff.
Roxanne, Tubo, you know, they're sitting out there because I'm looking at, and if I got 2 or 3 here, or, you know, a couple that's bidding between each other on a cake or something.
Got to stay with them.
I'm not,
Yep.
And he's sitting there and he's waiting. Well, when this one backs off, he's hollering over here, you know, and then Roxanne's hollering over there. So, you know, and Roxanne, whenever she's writing my tickets, it doesn't matter if Tubo hollers number so-and-so or so. It's like she's trained herself to hear me through the speaker system, you know.
Now, do you, when the ones that come in and want to come into the auction like that, do they sign up and get a number?
We give them a number, and that's their number from now on. If we have an estate sale, a lot of times we'll use their numbers, even though we may pull out some other numbers, you know, but we'll use their numbers. If we go up there to Tubo's place, and Tubo's got his own number at our auction, Roxanne's got hers, and we give them, when she writes the tickets, it's there, because Karen and Roxanne are the ones that's collecting the money, and they know who it is. But if you come to our auction, for say the fishing sale, and you don't come back until Thanksgiving sale, well, don't worry about it. You just give them, if you don't remember that number you give them your name. We got it wrote down, and they just write you another card.
Notice that we got it wrote down. Don't have good internet.
They got
it wrote down. Is it a composition
It's
book?
wrote down. You know.
Not using an Excel spreadsheet and all that right there.
And Roxanne, if she gets to where we're doing auctions and everything pretty regular and all, and people's coming and all, well, when she sees them, she'll say, "Well, hey, 239." She don't know them by their name. She knows them by their number.
You know, my luck, somebody said, "Hey, 422." I said, "Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, we love it. I mean, we try to keep it at Bubba's Auction Barn. We do it just like we do at our fundraisers. It's family atmosphere.
Now, when you go into some of these estates auctions, do you see something? Oh gosh, I'd love to have that right there.
You don't know how many times we come back with a carload, does it?
I will. I will say something about Kenny. Kenny will bid one time.
Yeah.
He'll bid on that bottle of water. He'll bid one time himself, personally for himself. And if you go higher than his bid, he'll never bid again against that item.
Yeah. That's kind of like courtesy, like, I guess.
It is. And I'll tell them, you know, like he said, if it's that bottle of water there and I want it, I'll say, all right, I'm going to start this at this. And if you outbid me by $1, it's going home with you, because I'm going to see it again in an auction somewhere down the road. You may not get to come back to the next auction. I want to take care of my customers that's sitting in there. I want them to get the best deal for the best money. I will never run a bid up on nobody. I will never let someone sit in there and intentionally run a bid up on you just because they want you to pay more. I will not do that. I don't have to take their bid, and I can ask them to leave. You know,
that's good. Well, I like to thank both of you for coming on the show here. There's a lot of information there, and I've learned a lot like that. And God bless both of you for working in our community.
And, thank you for having us. Yes. I hope we can help somebody.
Right. Well, y'all do, and y'all are inspiration to our community. And if the community should be just really, really, I know you're not doing it for the parades or anything like that, because that's usually the way the unsung heroes are. And so we're thankful for y'all for being in Union County, being in your neighborhood, your community, and all the things you both.
Jerry, if they want to, somebody needs a fundraiser, hit him on Messenger or Facebook, hit me, let you know. You know how to get in touch with us. Be more than happy to help them if we can.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate it. Well, I'm Jerry McKee with Prime Time, and I hope you have a great week. Stay tuned to next week and find out during the week who the next guest is going to be. We got Barbara Ripley, who's going to be coming up later the week, and also towards the end of that week, we got a couple actors coming on. So I'm Jerry McKee, and you have a great, great day, and do not let this week pass you by without thanking somebody.